Hi, I'm Shad Biffle from the Wandering Buffaloes.
And I'm Kathleen Biffle. And we live an average life. I guess you could say it's average for suburbia.
Definitely, if you call having 5 kids, 5 dogs, a cat, as well as working in corporate America, and then prospecting on the side and traveling, if you call that average and normal, I guess.
Well, it can be.
Yeah. Of course, coming home in a Jeep covered in mud with a dredge strapped to the top of it, and everyone in the neighborhood just stops and looks at you. Yeah, I say we're normal.
Yeah, let's just say we are the talk of the street.
Definitely. But we love to travel. We love to make adventures and get out there and just see the world, get away from it all and really escape life in a sense, as you can imagine with 5 kids and
Stressful jobs.
Stressful jobs. We're both vice presidents. I'm with and she's so we're competition, I guess. But
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
But we definitely need to get out and have these adventures, have these experiences, and ever since we've gotten into prospect in the last couple years, we've really made a lot of special memories I never thought we would.
Yeah.
So
we got into prospecting. This is really our third year.
Third year, yep.
But the interest grew. It was always something that I was interested as far as, finding gems and crystals and
Shiny
fossils.
stuff for her.
Flint in here in Ohio. Anything shiny.
Anything shiny.
And, Shad is an avid, history collector.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He's
Love
interested
history.
in that.
Yeah, I love researching, learning the stories, the cultures, and just getting to understand the areas we're going to.
And finding cool stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So it's not just gold for us. It's finding relics. I love metal detecting.
Yes.
As a little kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist. Well, I ended up going into the Marines, but there I got my survival skills, and among other things. But I love being outdoors, and we love finding those gems.
Well, I was
anything.
always the little girl outside. I had a
Digging in the
wagon, and I would pull it, and after it rained, I'd collect the worms out of the puddles.
Exactly. I married a classy lady here.
And then I would take a spoon into the backyard and dig holes. Well, that infuriated my stepdad. But we would dig, my sisters and I would get big holes, and we'd actually find stuff because we lived in the city in a very old house. So we would find like pieces of jewelry and buttons, and they were really old fashioned. So, that was cool. I was like, wow, all this stuff's underground, and that's just in my backyard.
Oh,
of course, I dealt with the consequences later, but...
But yeah, I guess that's our whole passion is, being outdoors, finding things that are forgotten or just never been discovered. I would love to, we both want to go to areas that have never been touched. People don't really explore or haven't had a big presence in finding stuff and being the ones to discover, even if it's a small amount, but just to know that it's been there for all these years and we found it, and oh my gosh, the feeling is amazing.
And last year, I finally looked into joining the clubs, and that gave us opportunity to actually visit places in Ohio, which I was very surprised that you could even find gold here. But when I did, I will just never forget the feeling. That sparkle.
Oh yeah.
Gold, or that peeking out of the black sand. It's just really exciting.
Oh yeah, then you kick yourself for all the other places you've
I
traveled
know.
all these years before, and now we look at pictures
Well,
and
we gotta
we're
go
like,
back.
oh my gosh, that would have been a great place.
Well, now we have to go back, honey.
Well, it's a good excuse because they were fun trips, so we'll definitely do that. And but it's interesting. There's so much out there, and it's like there's a lot here in the U.S. and from the Herkimer diamonds, the crystal quartz that we broke open giant boulders with sledgehammers for.
I'm sure everyone's heard the story. I had to work, and I have the ability sometimes to work away from my desk, and I was on a conference call to train for a new system, and it was really, really not that exciting. And I was breaking rocks open at Herkimer for the diamonds.
Yeah, because we were on our way to Vermont for my graduation for my MBA, and we had to do a pit stop, but she had some urgent meetings, and
Yes.
that's what led you to be on there. But we weren't even planning to stop there.
It was just one of those.
It was a spur of the moment, and that's how we are. We'll see something, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's here. Let's go check it out.
You know, road trips with the kids. You know, we just try to find something cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we prospected in New York and Vermont.
Yes.
And then, was it Rhode Island we also got into?
Oh.
And then Pennsylvania.
Yeah. We looked
which
for
wasn't
the
much.
moonstones.
Moonstones, and yeah. So, like I said, no matter where we go, we're going to find something to get into and dig and get dirty and bring
We have
stuff
so
home.
many more places to go.
Oh,
It's just-
tons.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
Tons. Yeah, I definitely want to go up north to Canada, to Alaska again, and this
Yes.
time mine. And then,
And we like to camp.
oh yeah.
We are getting better, actually.
We have perfected the art. We just need a smaller tent because we have a tent for
Yeah.
us and all of our kids, so
It's quite big.
it's pretty much a condo. So when it's just us out there, we're
The
setting
tent
up this
mansion.
ginormous mansion,
Yeah.
multiple rooms, and oh, it's just a pain to lug around. But
Yeah.
hey, we like getting out there, and sometimes we've been places where no one's around, you don't hear anything, it's pitch black, and it's just us out there. But you know what? It's a heck of a time. I really enjoy it.
The Double D. Love that claim.
Yep, part of the OSPA, Ohio State Prospectors Association, and it's in Southern Ohio.
Now, how did it get the name Double D? Have we ever asked anybody?
We've never have.
I'll have to
Curious.
ask that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dennis Dayton likes,
Oh, he loves
Double
it.
D.
Well, he found a nice big piece there too.
and
Bigger
he's
than
got
what he
two D's in his name.
So maybe that's why.
Double D.
I don't know. He is an OSPA
Or maybe
member.
because, Double D is related to a, brassiere sign.
It could be. Somebody had a really sick sense of humor there.
Well, maybe they found something really big and said, oh,
Yeah.
Double D. So we'll have to,
Well, there are two creeks
yeah.
that,
Do
you
they
know, you
start
go.
with the name D?
No, they don't. One of them is nicknamed Buckabilly Run, which is very shallow, and the other one's actually more of a small little river, I guess, for Ohio standards. And there's gold in both.
Yeah.
But we like the Buckabilly Run. You know, you can see the bedrock everywhere, which is fascinating.
Awesome fossils. The
Oh,
best
yeah.
fossils I've ever seen.
Yeah, you can see where the glaciers came down and pushed all this material, and you have all these old crustacean fossils just littered everywhere. And they're on huge slabs of, this bedrock material, and there's tons of cracks in them, and it's amazing when you dig down in there and get into it what you can find. I mean, you even found a fossilized geode.
I know.
Yeah.
It was the first one I've ever seen.
Yeah, which
and
is
I was
cool.
amazed.
Yep.
Of course, then that's what made me want to go to Indiana and find the big geodes.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
So that was neat. But Buckabilly Run, that part is usually too shallow, so we take our combo high banker dredge, and now we can move so much more material than just with the shovel, because it's really compacted gravel, and it's
a lot
just
of
hard to
fun.
get into. But yeah, you can see us, moving the material through there, and it's a blast, and it's not too far, Southern Ohio.
But we're always fighting for nozzle time. We have to get another
Pretty
pump,
much.
a motor and a pump.
Yeah, for our floating dredge that we have, we have to take turns. And somehow, when it's my turn, she's like, okay, you can take over, honey. And so I'll jump down, I'll take the nozzle, I'll get going in there. I'm
Outta
like,
gas.
all this, yeah, all of a sudden, like 2 minutes later, put, the engine just goes off, out of gas.
Yep.
And by then she walks away to go, whatever, take a break or just laugh at me usually. Mostly laugh
I'm
at
laughing.
me. Yeah,
I'm
so,
laughing.
yeah, nozzle time.
Well, the Double D will always be special too because I got to meet my first gold celebrity, and that's Dennis Dayton. That's what got me involved in a lot of the pages and watching things on YouTube. That's how I discovered him. He was very informative and just really funny. I'm like, wow, that guy looks really fun.
Good old Indiana boy. So the Indiana gold hunter.
Yep.
But yeah, we got to meet him there for the first time in person. We were already
I
talking
know.
with him, and it was just so funny that over the winter, Kathleen's doing research and learning more techniques and watching these YouTube videos and found this guy, and it was just funny to watch in bed at night, and lo and behold, now we're friends, and
Yeah, I know.
We're on,
That's really nice.
Kathleen's on the radio show Gold Prospectors Space and Prospector Radio on Sunday nights at 7:30 p.m.
And I get to get giddy on the show
Yes.
about gold, and
you get to talk to other celebrities from a lot of the
Yes.
hit reality shows of prospecting from the Weather Channel's Prospectors. Bering Sea Gold. That was the most recent one.
we got to meet the Feldman brothers.
Feldman Brothers from Ice Cold Gold, and then of course my favorite, Kevin Hoagland from Gold Trails, and also he's part of the GPAA, and which we're also members of, which is a great organization. Really, what got us into prospecting and
then
finding
Shannon
places.
Poe.
Oh, Shannon
He's
Poe,
a great
yep.
guest, very
From
informative.
AMRA, who's fighting for mining rights, is very critical, and a lot of stuff happening out west that's also impacting here in the Midwest and East Coast. So, but it's really neat. It's such a great forum. We learn so many things. We've met fabulous people, all walks of life, and if it wasn't for prospecting, our paths would have never have crossed.
I know.
And it's just amazing. We all have this common bond and, love for being outdoors and finding things. It's just amazing. You just got to put yourself out there.
Oh, and I love seeing people's pictures.
Yes. We
when
love the gold porn. Oh, yeah.
and the rocks and
oh,
the
yeah.
gems and
Yeah.
all of those shiny
It's
things.
exciting.
Shiny
Well, and plus
things.
being able to meet these people all over the country, even the world. We have listeners in Australia, Norway, all over, really. It's amazing. Thailand, other parts of Asia, and even Russia. And it's just neat to see that stuff and how it differs from one location to another, not in the type of gold, but also really the material. And you learn so much. And, as we've traveled, we learn quite a bit and get really proficient and moved on, So, out west, of course, we learned a very valuable lesson.
What's that?
The dry washing, right?
Yeah. Don't hand crank it. It's no fun.
No, we were like, we'll save a little bit of money, right?
Yeah.
And and of course we flew, and so we had to package it up in a giant suitcase. And I'm like, well, if we get a battery or gas power, how are we going to do this, right? So let's just do the hand crank. It can't be that hard.
No.
It's just easy. You just
I was
turn
so
it.
excited about finding
Exactly.
gold.
Oh my God, you'd last not even 60 seconds, and your arm's about to fall off.
I know. And then we didn't really get to sleep in a very comfy bed.
No, we
It
stayed.
was rustic.
It was
nice
rustic.
and rustic.
You can
I liked
definitely
it.
see the
Yeah.
Chloride, Arizona,
Yeah.
which is about an hour and a half outside of Vegas, which we
Oh,
also
that
went
town
to.
is so beautiful. I mean, it's so quaint, and it's in the middle of the desert, Arizona desert.
And it's surrounded by small little mountains because it was a big silver mining and some gold mining in there. And man, I've never even heard of it. Would never even thought to stop along that place. It was so out of the way.
A
And
lot of artists
Yes.
live there. And there's all these cool sculptures of old mining equipment because that town was built on the silver mining and gold too, right?
Yep.
They had gold there.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it was kind of a step back in time. I mean, they had a lot of original stuff going back to the 1800s with the stagecoaches before it really picked up into mining. Then they had we basically stayed in where people came with their stagecoaches, had to get fixed. That was like where the restaurant is now, and the rooms were just a rest in. And then once they discovered silver and gold, it became more of a mining hotel for the more well-to-do people that didn't live in the tents and why they mined. And we got to stay in those same rooms, which is really cool.
The
It was-
adobe walls, it was so awesome.
and man, I tell you, we were down there in November, and the weather was insane. Like you can see from the pictures, it's like beautiful scenery, sun's out. But of course, one night it just started raining, and then we woke up, and it was snowing. And there was a winter weather advisory on the roads.
Well, their winter storm.
Yeah.
Was,
So we drove out anyway. We're like,
into
no,
snow.
we already lost a day because we missed our flight.
Yeah.
We're going out prospecting. We'll survive.
And we
so
did.
yeah, we started driving. We got some good breakfast at a local place where, for some odd reason, they had this buffalo head.
That Buffalo head.
So I had to get my selfie because Biffle in German means buffalo, which is
Hence
also
the name.
slang for a loutish person. So my ancestor was the, how do I say it, village idiot? The really big
the
village idiot. Village idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Whatever. But yeah, as we drove through the snow and got out to the desert and just started going at it, and of course we were really hurting from the hand cranking. So yeah, lesson learned. If we were part of the Gold Prospector Space social group, we would have known from talking to people you were out of your mind. Stop being a cheapskate. You know, spend the extra money and just have some fun with it instead of moving very little material.
But we did find gold.
Yes, we did.
You know, we didn't find as much as we wanted to, and we still hadn't found that nugget. So we're still, in a sense, nugget virgins.
Yeah, we are nugget virgins. But again,
we found an Ohio nugget.
Yeah.
No,
Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the Ohio one yet. It's elusive.
No,
but
it's an Ohio picker.
Yeah, they're pickers, but we call them nuggets because it's huge for us here.
Well, yeah, it's exciting to see it in your can. So.
But yeah, the claim that we went to in Arizona was part of the GPAA, so free. You know, we just, since we're members, went there, had our membership card. Of course, nobody was out there, but yeah. That's one of the advantages is as you travel all over the country, any of the claims you can go to.
People think it's so cool when I tell them, what, you can go to a claim in Arizona? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you join this and pay the membership. It's your whole family. Mm-hmm. And you have access to the claims and get to keep all the gold you find. So
and anything else you come across.
That's really cool because a lot of them have young kids that, you know, maybe theirs are more outdoorsy than ours, but
maybe, or they're forced to go. We tend to just let them stay home rather than deal with them being mad and grumpy.
Because we've taken them before.
Oh yeah, when we went to
it just kind of
North Carolina, we went to a sapphire mine, and after paying $30 entrance to get into this pay to dig your they did it one time.
Well, you know, you did have to carry the buckets kind of far.
Really, it was like 100 yards. But yeah, the kids, once they did it once, they were done, and they came right up. It was like, can we go now? Yeah, can we go back to the cabin in the mountain?
Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have.
It's like, all right, we spent $30 per kid, multiply it by 5 plus another friend we brought.
All day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're getting our money's worth. And you found a 5.5 carat sapphire. Beat me.
I'm so glad. It was the most exciting thing.
Oh, it was. It was awesome.
Everything's the most exciting thing, but this one was really, really exciting. Now, we'd like to travel on our own a lot, and we also have found opportunities to travel on outings with GPS radio and the GPAA events that they have and the OSPA events that they have. So one of our most recent ones in Alabama for the GPS.
Oh, that was awesome.
Prospecting show. We loved it.
What's the name of that river? Tallapoosa or something?
Tallapoosa.
Yeah, Tallapoosa. Up there in Alabama, northeastern.
We got to meet Lou and her husband Robert.
Oh yeah, they hosted the event, but oh my gosh, it was great. You know, you went out on boats and dredges and you dove. And
it was the first time I've ever been underwater for that length of time.
Oh yeah,
and definitely the first time I've done it while dredging. So it was really cool to see what was actually going into the nozzle.
Oh yeah, and it's like we were down there for an hour and a half, 2 hours at times, nonstop, and it's like, okay, we love watching Bering Sea Gold, right? And so, you know, we had the air hoses. Of course, you know, it was hot Alabama in the summer, but
we didn't have
not Alaska.
On
No. But
I think we have to work our way up to that.
But I felt like I was on the show, right? And it was awesome just to be. I mean, we would never have gotten to do that without being a part of these groups and going on these outings. So it was so exciting, and we found a lot of good gold.
So when we prospect, we like to do the cleanup at home because it's relaxing to do, and you know, we want to spend as much time as we can because, you know, we have limited time.
Oh,
you know, just getting all the material we can. And so sometimes you might have buckets in your garage.
Oh yeah, buckets of dirt everywhere, or if you're Dennis Dayton, it's all over your property.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever, right? It's stuff for rainy days.
Well, I'm
too.
sure everybody can relate to
Oh,
it,
yeah.
You just never know.
You're not a prospector or a miner unless you bring your work home. And if you have
There's
just
just
equipment
dirt
and
everywhere.
dirt everywhere and rocks everywhere, yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's how you know you're a prospector.
During the winter, I had my gold cube set up in the dining room, and
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
really nice dining room, and, here's my gold cube.
Which is funny. Most women, and talking with the other guys, they're like, our wife was so mad that we even had something laying there for even a day.
Oh, really?
My wife's in the living room, kitchen, just going to
In the
town.
bedroom.
Yeah, panning there in the island, in the sink even. It's
I
like,
don't
wow.
pan in the
Well,
sink.
not in the sink, but yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, we also now, since the weather's nice, we do our cleanups usually out back, right, around all the dogs. So usually she loves doing it, and I either film it or I'm throwing the ball to Morton, who goes nuts. So, but yeah, we I guess
The
cleanup sluice, yeah. It was actually built by one of the co-hosts on Gold Prospectors Radio. That Kathleen won, like she wins everything.
Ken and Rich
Oh yeah,
both.
Ken the Mountain Man.
Yeah,
it was his
he's
plans
a
actually.
member, and then
Yeah, so it was exciting. We won that at the outing in Alabama, and wow, we saved so much time.
oh, I know.
It's insane.
We put the gold hog matting.
Yeah, the
in.
washer mat.
Yes.
Yep.
And now that we use the gold hog matting in both the high banker combo and then the dredge, we have less amounts of buckets of dirt, but we have it.
Oh yeah. Well, we used to come back with 4 or 5 full 5-gallon buckets filled with stuff, right? And
Yeah.
we would go through it.
Before we had a Jeep even, we would put it all over the car.
Oh yeah. And then, but now, we'll go a full day or even a weekend. We don't even fill up a 5-gallon running gold hog matting, which is great because it gets rid of all that light material. So we're only dealing with the heavies, which gold is heavy, and then we run it through the washer mat and it gets rid of all the other stuff that's light and not gold. And then we pan it and, we get some good results, and it's amazing to collect gold everywhere we travel.
Yeah, so we haven't weighed anything this year.
Oh
but
no, not yet.
we're gonna wait.
We're waiting till the end of the active prospecting season. So pretty much
No,
winter.
we have to do it at the end of the calendar year.
calendar year is what we're doing. Okay,
Yeah,
my
that's what I
bad.
did for last year.
Well, she didn't tell me that. She said end of the summer before.
It's the end of the,
End of the year, end of the calendar year. So yeah, we're gonna wait and see how much gold we found. And oh my God, we've done good this year. Done really good. So
Well, we have the pay dirt that we get. We win on contests.
no, you
we-
win.
Well, mostly me.
I know. I don't win. I've never won. It's,
I know.
But like everyone says, Shad, you really did win. You are beautiful.
Aww.
Aw. And of course, whatever you win is technically mine too. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see how that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got to get to know the Biffles, and we are looking forward to many, many more adventures and sharing them with you, and giving you a glimpse of
Who we are.
our average life, right?
Because people are going to start asking very soon, who are the Wandering Buffaloes?
Yeah.
And here we are. So just check us out. We hope you follow us on Facebook on our Wandering Buffaloes page, as well as our YouTube channel that we're going to be posting a lot of our adventures for everyone to enjoy. And make sure you subscribe to Wandering Buffaloes, and we'll look forward to sharing these moments with you.
So you ready for an adventure?
Oh, definitely, baby.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.